I'm Madison Carter. I'm 28 years old, and I became the first doctor in my family. I thought that would finally make me undeniable. I thought my parents would be front row, crying. Instead, my mom skipped my doctorate graduation on purpose. She chose my brother's backyard barbecue over my stage, and my dad said it like I was ridiculous. Don't be dramatic. It's just a ceremony. That sentence didn't just hurt, it rewired something in me. Because you don't forget a day like this. You decide it doesn't matter. Before we go on, tell me what time it is where you are. And where you're listening from right now. A quiet kitchen, a parked car, or your own room. This is Echoes of Life, and you're not alone here. Now let me take you back to that morning. Graduation morning, I woke up before my alarm. My heart raced like I'd already started running. 7 years of rotations, exams, and overnight shifts. All for one clean moment, hearing Dr. Madison Carter out loud. I got ready slowly. Shower, pressed shirt, black gown by the door. I adjusted my cap 3 times. Across the top, white letters stared back. First doctor in the family. That morning, it didn't feel like pride. It felt like a question. Then my phone buzzed. Mom. Relief hit so hard I almost laughed. Hey, are you guys on your way? I asked. Her voice was too bright. Sweetie, listen. We mixed up the dates. My mind stalled. What? She rushed it out. Your brother's barbecue is today. We already invited people. Clients are coming. We can't cancel. So you're not coming, I said. A pause. Then her sigh, like I was the problem. We'll make it up to you. Dinner next week. Pictures. We'll post them. It's basically the same thing. It's not the same, I said. I worked 7 years for this. I heard shuffling. Then my dad took the phone. Madison, don't start. We're proud of you. But it's just a ceremony. I went quiet. People are expecting us, he added. We can't blow them off. Then he said it, calm and final. Don't be dramatic. My fantasy of them cheering vanished in one breath. I kept my voice steady anyway. Okay, got it. Have fun at the barbecue. My mom jumped back in. Send pictures. We want to see you on stage. I ended the call before my voice broke. I drove to campus alone. Inside the hall, it was loud with pride. I found my graduate row. 2 seats beside my name still said reserved. I left the signs there, and I sat down anyway. The hall was packed, loud, and full of families. Signs, flowers, phones already recording. When the dean told us to stand and wave, a sea of arms went up like fireworks. I turned with everyone else and stared at the spot where my parents should be. Nothing. Just strangers cheering for someone else's kid. It wasn't jealousy. It was the realization that this was normal. Parents show up. Mine chose not to. I sat in the graduate row with 2 empty seats beside me. My program printed my name in bold like proof. Dr. Madison Carter. During a pause, my phone buzzed in my pocket. A photo from my brother, Ryan. A backyard spread, smoke off the grill. His friends with red cups, laughing. And in the background, my parents. Relaxed, smiling. Present. The timestamp matched the minute we were told to line up. The caption said, "Wish you were here," with a flame emoji. Like my doctorate was a schedule conflict. Like I was optional again. When they finally called my name, Dr. Madison Carter, I walked anyway. I smiled for the camera because I refused to disappear. I shook the dean's hand and took the diploma tube. Somewhere a videographer panned the crowd, hunting for cheers. There were none with my last name. Outside, families swarmed the courtyard with hugs. I stood near the fountain, holding my degree like armor. A stranger's mom noticed and stepped closer. "Do you want a picture, sweetheart?" "It's just me," I said, and my throat tightened. Her face shifted, pity, then anger for me. "Then I'm taking it anyway," she said. "Congratulations, doctor." That night, I opened our family group chat and typed, "Today I became Dr. Madison Carter. You chose a barbecue over being there. I won't forget that." Typing bubbles appeared, vanished, then returned. My mom replied, "Stop making drama. We'll celebrate next week. No apology, no accountability, just the same old command to stay quiet." So I got practical. I opened my laptop and searched. Legal name change process. Not as a stunt, as an exit. Then I pulled out an old shoebox of letters. My grandmother's handwriting filled the pages. She signed every note the same way. Margaret Murphy. She was the one who showed up. The one who wrote, "Don't stay where you're gasping." I traced her last name with my thumb. Murphy didn't taste like neglect. It tasted like being chosen. If this were your family, what would you do? Comment 1 if you'd swallow it and keep peace. Comment 2 if you'd draw a line and never shrink again. This is Echoes of Life, and you're not alone here. 2 weeks later, the estate email arrived. 2 weeks after graduation, an email hit my inbox. Subject line: Estate of Margaret Murphy. Grandma was the only one who ever showed up, and now she was gone. The lawyer wrote she'd passed peacefully. There would be a small service in Boston. Attached were statements and a note. I opened the statements first. Grandma had saved money for my education and graduation. The fund had been under my mother's control until I finished. Most of it was gone. Withdrawals lined up with Ryan's emergencies. Repairs, trips, a failed venture, and a large cash withdrawal right before graduation. Then I opened Grandma's note to the lawyer. She wrote she felt relieved that Linda said I didn't want a big fuss and preferred dinner later. My mother hadn't just skipped my graduation. She'd rewritten it so Grandma wouldn't question her. She erased my milestone, then spent what was meant for me. Emma read the pages and asked, "What now?" "I want witnesses," I said. So I booked a flight to Boston. The funeral was quiet. I saw my mother across the chairs, eyes red. For a second, my feet wanted to move. Then I remembered the empty seats beside my name. I stayed where I was. After the burial, everyone gathered at Grandma's house. Paper plates, casseroles. Relatives praised my mom for holding it together. Then I heard my name spoken like a rumor. "Madison didn't even want a ceremony," my aunt said. Linda told Margaret she preferred dinner later. I stepped into the living room. "That's not true," I said. My mom froze, then tried to smile. "This isn't the time," she whispered. "When is the time?" I asked. "You skipped my doctorate graduation for Ryan's barbecue, and you told Grandma I didn't want anyone there." I set my folder on the coffee table. "These are Grandma's instructions," I said, "and these are the withdrawals." Hands reached for the pages. My uncle swallowed. "Linda, is this real?" My mom tried to laugh it off. "You're always dramatic," she said. So I turned on the TV. No music, no captions, just timestamps. Me alone on the stage. Then my parents laughing beside Ryan under congrats. Silence filled the house. "I didn't run away," I said. "I walked out of a story you kept editing." Then I said what she couldn't rewrite. "I filed a name change. After today, I won't be your daughter on paper." I picked up my bag and walked out. At the door, I looked back once. "Goodbye, Mom," I said. "You taught me how to disappear." Then I closed it and let the silence do the rest. For almost 3 years, my parents kept their distance. A stiff holiday email. A forwarded meme. Nothing real. I didn't go home. I didn't send gifts. I let calls ring. My life filled up anyway. Work, clients, chosen friends. And my blog kept growing under one signature. Dr. M. Then, an online magazine republished one of my pieces. They promised to keep me anonymous. I agreed. A week later, my phone started buzzing at lunch. Unknown number. Again. Again. Then a text. "Madison, please, it's Mom, it's urgent." I waited for guilt to bite. It didn't. What I felt was caution, sharp and practiced. I let it go to voicemail and listened that night. Her voice was tight, panicked, not tender. "People think that article is about us," she said. "Your father is furious. Ryan is losing clients. Sponsors are pulling out. They're judging our family. No, I'm sorry. No, we were wrong. Just, we're under attack. Like truth was violence." A second voicemail came colder. "This is private business. You made us look abusive. It was one misunderstanding. Now you're ruining us." One misunderstanding. That's what she called my empty seats. The barbecue photo. The "don't be dramatic" line. A lifetime of being treated as optional. The next morning I played the voicemails for Ava. She listened, then said, "That's the pattern. They didn't call because they miss you." They called because your silence finally costs them. That afternoon, an email arrived from a journalist. They covered estrangement and accountability. They wanted a longer anonymous interview. Your story will help people, they wrote. People told they're overreacting to neglect. My phone buzzed again. Another call from Mom. For the first time, the balance shifted. All my life, they owned the narrative. Now strangers were reading mine and nodding along. Relatives started whispering. Friends asked my parents questions. Ryan posted quotes about loyalty and snakes. My dad blamed me for humiliating him publicly. Nobody asked what it cost me to stay quiet. That silence told me everything I needed. That night, Mom sent one last text. Please call, we're desperate. Not, I miss you. Not, how are you? Just desperate. Because their image was bleeding. So I made my terms. If we talk, it's in public. Neutral ground, witnesses, no yelling, no rewriting, no, you misheard us. You tell the truth, or we don't talk at all. She agreed too fast, like she had no choice. We picked a crowded cafe halfway between our cities. Big windows, loud room, nowhere to hide. And I drove there with one question burning. Are they ready to own it? Or just ready to bargain? The cafe smelled like burnt espresso and second chances. My mom stood up like she wanted to hug me. I stopped just out of reach and sat down. She didn't start with, I'm sorry. She started with, people are talking. Everything except the empty seat beside my name. I slid one screenshot across the table. My message, today I became Dr. Madison Carter. Her reply, why are you making this drama? Then the audio clip, Dad, flat and certain. Don't be dramatic, it's just a ceremony. My dad's jaw tightened like a locked door. We made a mistake, he said. Mistakes don't destroy families. A choice did, I said. You didn't forget. You prioritized convenience. I just documented what happened. My mom's eyes filled fast. So what do you want? She whispered. I kept my voice steady. I wanted you in the front row, I said. After that, I wanted the truth, not spin. My dad leaned forward, voice low and hard. You've made your point. Come home. That sentence used to feel like gravity. This time, it sounded like a trap. No, I said. I'm not coming back. Family doesn't mean access to me. I stood, calm on purpose. If anyone asks, tell the full story, I said. Tell them you chose burgers over my doctorate. Tell them you called me dramatic. Tell them you reached out when it cost you. Outside, the sunlight hit my face like relief. I walked to my car and didn't look back. And if this hit home for you, please like, share, and subscribe to Echoes of Life. Because choosing yourself isn't cruelty. Sometimes it's the first honest kind of love.